Did you know that of 100% of people who visit your website every day, just 3% of people are ready to buy? This is known as the 3% rule. With about 30% of people who are not interested in your brand or do not fit your company, you're left with 67% of potential customers you miss out on each day. And that's honestly a lot of revenue for your business. This is why today I will talk about the importance of lead magnets and how we use them on both our and our clients' websites. Stay till the end of the video if you want to see the best lead magnet examples that we have built for some of the leading brands on the market. My name is Orosh and I'm the founder and CEO of the Flow Ninja Studio, an award-winning 7-figure Webflow design and development agency. On this channel, I'm sharing our experience on how we leverage Webflow and different marketing strategies to grow marketing websites. So what are lead magnets and how can you utilize them throughout your website? To put it in simple terms, a lead magnet is a free item or a service that is given away to gather contact details. Lead magnets can be anything from trial subscriptions, samples, white papers, ebooks, free consultations, webinars, and interactive calculators. But we'll get to that in a second. According to GetResponse, depending on the lead magnet type and industry, a well-placed and produced lead magnet can convert anywhere from 5 to 25% of all website visitors. Some lead magnets may perform better than others, but one thing is certain, with 0 lead magnets, you will get exactly 0% chance to convert all those customers who are just still not ready to buy. There are 2 cases that you may encounter when it comes to implementing lead magnets on your website. You don't have any lead magnets on your website? If this is the case, the answer is rather simple. Just start adding them. On the other hand, if you have lead magnets but aren't getting wanted leads or conversions, it might mean that you should rethink your content strategy. Either way, there are 3 important steps in building any lead magnet for your website that you need to convert. The first one is conducting extensive research before jumping into production. In the first few years of our marketing efforts, we spent time creating different resources for Webflow developers. A lot of people were interacting with these assets, but we didn't see any new leads on our website. Why? Because Webflow developers were not the right audience that we needed to speak if we wanted to up our sales. So before spending any resource on creating lead magnets, it's important to understand who the ideal customer persona you're talking to and what are their biggest challenges. The content you're producing should answer burning questions they have and provide them with a credible solution, which will in many cases be the service or product you're offering. You can identify these challenges through extensive research, customer feedback, or a simple audit of your previous customer projects. By doing this, you will ensure that the users will first interact with the content you're producing, and second, you're actually getting good quality leads that you can later on convert into customers. Additionally, we like to start our process with this thought. Is there a resource that any of our competitors on the market are charging for that we can actually give out for free? Doing this will allow you to identify resources that people are already searching for and convert those users that are interested but not yet willing to pay to get access to a specific resource. After the research phase is done, it's time to start your content planning and production. When you lock in on a specific problem you're trying to solve with a content piece, it's important to choose the right format for the content you want to produce. This can be more simple content pieces like white paper, ebook, interactive checklists, or a bit more complex interactive tools and products that will really make your brand stand out. And let me showcase some of the more interesting examples we did for our clients. The first one is Clara Interactive Calculator. For the team at Clara, we built 3 different cost calculators that are helping potential customers calculate how much money they're missing out with the number of outbounded calls and no-show appointments. This content is not gated, but is rather used as an entry point for the website users and an asset for paid advertising, and also a tool for the sales team during the sales process. If you're opting for this type of a lead magnet, be sure to implement the proper page structure. This is important in order to achieve the end goal you have with every lead magnet that's out there, and that is to convert a user into a potential lead. The next one on the list is Lepaya Quiz. Lepaya is one of our clients that also leverage Webflow to build a resource center with a lot of different lead magnets. Here users can access different handbooks, templates, and white papers As well, out-of-the-box lead magnets like quizzes. Together, we've built a skill gap analytics tool that is fast, simple, and actionable way to start identifying people's skill gaps inside your team. After completing the quiz, the users will need to input their contact information to receive the quiz details, thus being a really interesting and interactive lead generation tool. I really like this example because it showcases how lead magnets don't always have to be dull, but rather have a fun approach to delivering the information the user is looking for. Besides these examples, you can explore more different lead magnet types that are suitable for your business, such as may include ebooks, webinars, virtual events, product demos, and so on. Producing this type of content will not only attract leads, but also position your brand as a knowledgeable authority in solving their specific problems. And now we've come to the next important question. Where on your website will these lead magnets be stored in the end? Your content marketing strategy will often include many different lead magnets that will provide solutions to various challenges your ideal customer personas are facing. Lead magnets are usually delivered to the end users through a custom-made landing pages, in cases where we have one specific lead magnet we want to showcase, or more often by creating CMS collection pages and building out full-scale research centers. A research center can be a really powerful tool for your content marketing arsenal, and Webflow has proven to be a great solution for building and growing this type of initiative. One of the greatest examples here is the Upwork's Resource Center that we have migrated to Webflow a couple of years back. This Resource Center contains hundreds of different lead magnets, such as white papers, calculators, ebooks, research, guides that users can interact with. And the biggest chunk of this content is gated, which allows the Upwork team to gather a large quantity of marketing qualified leads each day. Setting up a proper research center using Webflow can give autonomy to your marketing team to continuously produce and publish new lead magnets without having to rely on the help of the development team. And this will not only shorten your go-to-market time, but will also make your marketer a lot happier. And last but not least, with everything is said and done, you need to think about different ways to bring all of those useful resources to your users. And here are a few quick tips on how you can do this. Think about how to position these pages in the best way possible in your navigation and in your footer. It should be easy for any user on your website to get to these resources without actually needing to go through your complete sitemap. You can also strategically showcase resources throughout your website. This can be done in many different ways, such as building components in your blog posts, making pop-ups, and adding banners that will inform users that the new resource has been published. And an additional note is try not to be too pushy on this. The point of this is to provide the right resources at the right moment, rather than just spamming users with content that they're not interested to interact with after all. Before you click the publish button and get your new shining lead magnet on your website, there is one final step you should consider: how to actually capture a lead with your lead magnet and where to store it. In other words, you need to choose what type of form you will use and what will act as your main CRM to store all of your precious website leads. There are many different solutions here, so you can definitely do your research first before deciding what tech stack is the best you want to use. We personally opted for a combination of MailChimp Forms, Pipedrive CRM, and all of that is connected with Zapier. But there are many different solutions like Webflow Native Forms, HubSpot, or Salesforce that can be more suitable for your use case. The most important things to think about here are what type of information you're looking for to get from the user, and how are you targeting your leads in the CRM. And of course, the price of the whole tech stack, because we opted for a little bit of a cheaper solution. And last but not least, don't forget to track your lead magnet results and to gather information on the pieces of content that is performing the best. Performance can be measured by tracking straightforward metrics as page visits or number of conversions, but there are additional metrics to take into consideration as well. I often like to say that I look at a website as a movie. If the movie is good, meeting people's expectations, and providing the information they're looking for, they will watch it until the end. And it's the same thing with websites. If your website is well built and contains a lot of different resources that people can interact with and that bring them value, they will stay longer. Why is this important? The longer someone stays on your website, the more they will get familiar with your brand, services, and previous work. And this also means that there is an increased chance of you converting them to a potential customer. Utilizing lead magnets on your website is just one of the different strategies we covered in the 2024 playbook for website optimization for customer acquisition. If you want to learn more, check out the link in the description and download the playbook for free.